Have you ever sat in a quiet room, the afternoon sunlight spilling across the floor, and thought, is this all there is now? That hush of the house after the children have grown, after the bustling mornings are long gone, sometimes it feels peaceful. Other times, it feels a little too quiet. Living alone after 70 can be both a gift and a challenge. It's a chance to live on your own terms, at your own pace, but it also brings moments where loneliness whispers in the corners, where purpose feels uncertain, and where connection seems a bit further away than it used to be. But here's the truth, happiness after 70 is not only possible, it can flourish. In fact, many seniors discover that these years become their most meaningful, their most authentic, their most free. Today, we're going to explore how you, yes, you, can stay truly happy, even while living alone. We'll walk through 7 gentle, powerful habits and mindsets, each backed by real stories and simple steps, to help you wake up each day with a smile and go to bed with peace of heart. So make yourself a warm cup of tea, settle in, and let's start this journey, because your happiest chapter may be just beginning. 1. Create a morning ritual that gives you something to look forward to. Let's start at the very beginning of your day, because how you greet your morning shapes how the rest of the day unfolds. Take Helen, a 74-year-old retired librarian from Oregon. For years after her husband passed, her mornings were slow and heavy. She'd wake up, wander the house, and feel the weight of the silence. But one small change shifted everything. She began making a morning ritual. Now, every morning, she brews a fragrant cup of Earl Grey tea, opens her kitchen window, and writes down 3 things she's grateful for. Some days, it's as simple as the sunlight on the table or a phone call from my granddaughter. This ritual takes only 10 minutes, but it gives her mornings meaning. Your ritual doesn't need to be complicated. It could be listening to your favorite old jazz record, watering your plants while the kettle boils, taking a slow stretch by the window. The key is, make it intentional, something you do not because you have to, but because it nourishes you. Why does this work? Because our minds need anchors, little moments that remind us, this day is worth waking up for. 2. Stay socially connected, even in small, consistent ways. Human beings are wired for connection. Living alone doesn't mean living lonely, but it does mean you may have to be more intentional about connection. Think of Robert, 78, a widower in Manchester. He lives alone but has a simple rule: every day, he reaches out to just one person. It could be a quick text to his niece, a comment on his neighbor's Facebook photo, or a 10-minute phone call with his old army buddy. It doesn't have to be a big family gathering. In fact, research shows that frequent, small moments of connection, even a warm chat with a grocery clerk, help fight depression and keep the mind sharp. How can you start? Join a local walking group or community gardening club. Call an old friend every Tuesday. Use video calls. Even if you're shy with technology, most apps are one button simple now. If you don't know where to start, here's a tip. Be the one who reaches out first. Often, people assume you're fine until you let them in. 3. Bring movement into your life, joyful, gentle, and daily. You've heard it 1,000 times. Exercise is important, but at this stage in life, it's not about running marathons. It's about joyful movement, the kind that makes you feel alive without wearing you out. Let me tell you about Maria, 72, living alone in Perth, Australia. Every morning, she dances in her living room for 15 minutes. No strict routine, just her favorite old ABBA songs. Sometimes she uses her cane as a microphone stand and laughs out loud at herself. This little habit lifts her mood, keeps her balance sharp, helps her sleep better at night. Gentle yoga, tai chi, or even walking around your block while greeting neighbors, these are not just exercises. They're little messages to your body: I still care for you. Even if you start with 5 minutes a day, that's enough. Over time, movement keeps your heart healthy, your joints flexible, and your mind feeling youthful. 4. Redefine your space. Make your home a companion, not a cage. One of the hidden challenges of living alone is that your home can start to feel too quiet, too still. So, try this. Treat your home as a partner in your happiness. For example, Susan, 76, from Toronto, decided to transform one corner of her living room into what she calls her joy nook. A comfy chair, a bright throw blanket, a stack of books she loves, and a framed photo of her late husband smiling. It's where she drinks her morning coffee and calls her grandchildren on Sundays. Your space should reflect your life today, not the one you had 20 years ago. Clear the clutter that no longer serves you. Add little touches that make you smile, a plant, a candle, a colorful pillow. Even changing your lighting, warm lamps instead of harsh overhead lights, can shift your mood. Your home is not just where you live, it's where you thrive. Make it a place that feels alive with you. 5. Nurture your mind. Curiosity is the antidote to loneliness. Happiness often fades when our days feel empty of meaning. But you are never too old to learn, explore, or create. Harold, 80, and Sydney bought himself a small watercolor set last year. He'd never painted in his life. Now, twice a week, he paints little scenes from his balcony, sometimes clumsy, often charming, and emails them to his daughter. It's not about becoming an artist. It's about staying curious. Take an online history class, start a journal, try cooking a dish from a country you've never visited. The moment you stop learning, the world feels smaller. But each new skill, each new story, each new curiosity adds color back into your life. 6. Build tiny traditions, because rituals give life rhythm. Loneliness often sneaks in during the in-between times, the evenings, the weekends, the holidays. One powerful way to combat that is to create your own little traditions. For example, once a month, you could host a tea afternoon for neighbors, watch an old classic film with popcorn and a cozy blanket, volunteer at a local library every second Saturday. Take Dorothy, 79, from California. Every Friday, she bakes a small loaf of banana bread, not for herself, but for the postman, the neighbor, or whoever crosses her path that week. It's become her way of staying connected and spreading warmth. These traditions anchor your days. They give you something to look forward to. And when life has rhythm, loneliness loses its grip. 7. Care for your emotional health. It's okay to ask for help. This may be the most important tip of all. You don't have to do this alone emotionally, even if you live alone physically. There will be days when the silence feels heavy. That's normal. But if sadness lingers, if sleep feels empty, if meals feel tasteless, that's a sign to reach out. It could be talking to your doctor about how you feel, joining a senior support group, many are free and online now, simply saying to a friend, "I've been feeling a bit low lately. Can we talk?" There's a myth that asking for emotional support is weakness. The truth is, it's strength. You've spent your life giving. Now is the time to also receive care, even if it's just a listening ear. So here's the big question. What does happiness look like for you, living alone after 70? Is it a sunny morning with tea by the window? Is it a Tuesday afternoon call with an old friend? Is it planting a little herb garden on your balcony? Happiness doesn't arrive as one grand moment. It builds from small, deliberate acts of care. One gentle routine. One phone call. One laugh at your own dancing feet. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 ideas speaks to you the most? Or do you already have a little ritual or habit that keeps you happy living alone? Share it in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. And if this video touched your heart, please click like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member who might need these words today. Because happiness, at any age, grows best when we grow it together.